Audie Murphy, long revered as America's most decorated combat soldier of World War II, led a life that straddled glory and tragedy, honor and pain. Born into deep poverty in Texas, he lied about his age to enlist in the Army at just 17. His wartime record became the stuff of legend, single-handedly holding off enemy forces, earning nearly every commendation possible, including the Medal of Honor. He returned home not just a survivor but a national hero. Yet while his public image radiated valor and pride, his private world was one of deep, unrelenting torment. Hollywood welcomed him with open arms, and his film career, most notably his role playing himself into Hell and Back, catapulted him to further fame. But Murphy was fighting another war, a silent, internal battle with what was then termed shell shock, now understood as post-traumatic stress disorder. He suffered from severe anxiety, recurring nightmares, and persistent insomnia. He slept with a loaded gun under his pillow, haunted by the past. With little understanding or support for veterans suffering from mental trauma in those days, Murphy's coping mechanisms became destructive, relying on sleeping pills, battling financial troubles, and withdrawing from public life. Then in 1971, tragedy struck. At the age of 45, Murphy died in a plane crash in Virginia. The public was stunned, and the official explanation blamed poor weather and pilot error. But recently unearthed documents and fresh analysis by aviation experts and military historians tell a different, more troubling story. The Aero Commander's 680 aircraft he was aboard had a history of mechanical issues and had reportedly been flagged for maintenance just weeks earlier. The pilot, overworked and possibly fatigued, chose to fly into dangerous weather conditions. These facts suggest the crash wasn't an unpredictable twist of fate, but a preventable tragedy rooted in neglect and systemic oversight. The final blow? While Murphy and his fellow passengers perished, questions lingered about decisions made in the cockpit, and why a war hero who had already survived the unthinkable was placed in harm's way again by sheer recklessness. There was no conspiracy, no scandal, just the slow erosion of responsibility in a system that should have protected him. Murphy's death now stands not only as a moment of sorrow, but as a stark reminder of how even the most heroic among us can fall through the cracks. His legacy, however, remains unshakable: a man who gave everything in the defense of freedom, only to be failed in his moment of vulnerability. The mystery surrounding his death may now be solved, but the answers bring little peace. They instead raise haunting questions about how we care for our heroes after their medals are hung and the crowds stop cheering. In the end, Audie Murphy didn't die in battle. He died a forgotten soldier in a peacetime system too blind to see his suffering.